What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Carolina Mike Collectibles, where I take you on the journey with me as I use thrifting and reselling on eBay to actually pay off my student loans sooner rather than later. That's right, we're going to try it, at least. And today, we're going to take you on a trip to Salvation Army and Goodwill. We'll hit one right after the other. What will we find? Don't know yet. Only one way to find out. Stick around, y'all. Alright, everybody, here we go. Let's get this party going. Headed to the Salvation Army. Hadn't been to this place in really a long time. Excited to see what I find. And wouldn't you know it, we got electronics front and center. This is my happy place. And first thing I see is an old school VCR. I'm like, oh yeah, that's money, bro. I got a Hitachi here, but it didn't check out. And so now we're on to this old school Sony little mini boombox here, but pretty grimy. Gonna take me a lot of time to clean it up. And I believe inside the cassette area wasn't super clean. Well, Mariah Carey, free cassette there. But I decided to put that back. But we're still not giving up on electronics. I love electronics. And oh well, at this point I'm still investigating. I always check the battery compartments. You gotta check your battery compartments. And even though these batteries were like from 1925, the compartment was fairly clean. I was pretty impressed, but I just didn't think the cost benefit was there. So ultimately, we end up passing on this little Sony boombox. What else we got here? Oh, I'm really fiddling with this. I'm apparently just really not wanting to give up on it. And we go to another boombox, but I can see there's a dent in the antenna, which you can't really see, but trust me, there was. Ooh, what do we got? Some Pioneer center channel and surround speakers. But nah, didn't really check out. So let's see what else we got here. We're gonna check out the games. You know that's my MO. I always go right to the games if I can find them. And in this particular Salvation Army, they were across the top in the toy aisle. And we got this little poker set here, which I was like, what is this? And I'm trying to get it out of there. You can see the cards are sealed. So I'm thinking, okay, this could be some money. We got chips, we got a set of poker cards, but I can't seem to get the cards out. It appears to be complete, although I didn't count the poker chips. But I'm still just like, what? You know, at this point, I don't know what it is. I'm not a big poker person. I see those dice there. I'm just not sure what's going on. But keep on fiddling. I'm trying to like see if I can get the chips out without making an international incident. But oh, look, there's a tab, and I can see that. Okay, so the cards do come out, and they are sealed. So it looks like this has never been really used. And we got dice, and we got some other dice that have card faces on them. But we're gonna go ahead and keep that. Now we got crossword cubes. Appears to be pretty vintage. I think it was from the 60s. Scrabble crossword cube. There we go. Never really seen this game before, but ended up passing on that. We keep looking, and oh snap, we got a Mexican train dominoes. Again, never heard of this. This thing is heavy. It feels like it weighs about 100 pounds. We're gonna check this out later. So we're gonna go ahead and try and figure out if we have a complete game. And while we're looking at that, let me go ahead and show you here the research. We got a Benster rating of 75%, so 3 out of 4 recently sold or recently completed have sold. And paid $5.99 for this. I feel like we could easily turn this into 20 to 25 bucks with the buyer paying shipping. So yeah, you might be wondering, dude, why are you in the store like going through the game? Well, because I've had experiences before where I take the game home, I don't inspect it, I'm missing pieces, can't really sell it, then I gotta go try and do an exchange. I know Goodwill allows you to exchange. I do not know if Salvation Army allows you to exchange or not. So don't take any chances. And you know, my brain is shorting out right now. I got all these pieces, parts to count, mainly the dominoes, right? The board looks good. Never seen this game before. That hole in the middle is for a domino to go inside. This is supposed to have 8 trains. They were all there, thank goodness. We even had a handwritten note by someone writing questions about how the game is played. It's pretty interesting. And I'm thinking about these dominoes, how am I going to count them? I realized that stacks of 5 fit in there nicely, and I was counting on the fact that stacks of 5 would fill it up, and I was trying to rearrange and figure out which way to go, and so we went 2 rows, stacks of 5, and luckily it all fit when I was done, and yes, we had all 91 dominoes. This is super awesome, and you know what that means. We are definitely keeping this item. It goes straight in the cart. We are good to go. Love it. Alright, so we're going to pack this up and get going to see what else we can find.
I guess that means I should buy it. That's wild. We know it works. I just tried turning it off. Here. That'll stop it. Oh, it's missing the back though. Ah, dang it. Yeah, but honestly, I'm gonna be selling it, so a customer wouldn't want, So.
Yeah, I'm super disappointed that didn't work out. I thought it was a sign from the heavens, but it wasn't to be. Now we're going to examine this L's Up puzzle. We're going to end up putting it in the cart and checking on it a little bit later. And then we notice a Stranger Things waffle game, card game. Not sure if you're a Stranger Things fan like I am, but I'm a super fan. Can't wait for the new episodes, y'all. So we throw that in the cart. We'll check it out later. We got this U.S. presidential quarter booklet. I'm like, where are the quarters, yo? Like, I want the quarters. So now we're starting to check out the Stranger Things game. We're gonna carefully get into the box here. I know, probably gonna get canceled again for this. Big shout out to Leatherman for making that cool little tool there. So we crack it open and we're gonna examine to see how many cards of, 106 plus 7, so 113 cards we need to have. And we'll go ahead and share the research with you while I'm getting this ready to go. Got this for $3.99, and it's got a Benster rating of 50%, so about half of the completed items have sold recently, and I feel like I can get about $5 to $10, which really isn't all that much. But you know what? I'll just keep it if it doesn't sell, because this is way cool. So we counted everything and it's all there, so that goes in the basket. Alright, so now we're on to the L's Up puzzle number 560p. Didn't see a lot of comps on this. There was one smaller one, and we paid $2.99 for this. We feel like we could turn it into maybe 20, possibly $30, since it's larger than the comp that you see here. Pretty good Benster rating, 1 out of 1, 100%. I think we're gonna keep this. It's complete. Let's rock and roll, y'all. Let's roll. Alright, so we're gonna take a peek at the glasswares, and we see this Reese's peanut butter cup. Haha, see what I did there? But it had a blemish, so we're gonna head on over to the next location. Let's roll. And here we are at our second stop for the day, Goodwill. Haven't been to this Goodwill before, ever, don't believe. So let's see what we have in store. We're gonna wipe the cart down and let's rock and roll. You know the drill, electronics. Run right into this JVC multi-DVD player. Looks promising, however, there is a dark side. Look at the back. I noticed the power cable is missing. I don't even want to try playing around with that. So we're on to the next. Next up we have this Fisher Studio Standard AM/FM receiver. Looks promising. Looks to be in decent shape. I will need to obviously test it out once I get it home if I decide to keep it. However, later on you'll see why I don't keep this one. And we end up looking at another possible item here in electronics. It's a Sony VHS VCR, and usually Sony does pretty well, but this one didn't check out. Now we're going to check out this Kodak camera, but wait a minute. Missing the battery cover, so we're going to have to put that back. So we're going to go ahead and check out the games. Stop here by the end cap, see what's going on. Don't see much, so we're going to go ahead and make our way down the aisle. See this gentleman down there, and I'm like, let me just not get in his way. Took a couple of peeks, and then I decided to back out, go around the other side. let him finish walking through. And so here we are, swinging down the games aisle. Let's see if anything catches my eye. They got their puzzles organized rather nicely. And we run across this diamonds game here. We're going to put it in the cart, see if we can figure out what that's worth. And we got this parkour marble game going on. Put that in the cart. This gobble game, I don't think there's much there. Oh, goblet rather. Put that back. We got Forbidden Sky. Let's see what that's all about. And then we got Kerplunk. This is super vintage. We're going to put that in the cart, check it out in a few moments. We got a Penty game. Penty. I'm not trying to pronounce it. If you know how, put it in the comments. And we're going to check this out. Looks vintage. Got this I Ching kit. I'm not sure what that's all about. And, I mean, it looks to be, like, pretty new, but I didn't think it was up my alley, so let me put that one back. And then we have a hot affair with your partner. Hey, heyo. We're gonna put that back. Stoplight. Don't think that's gonna be anything that I might be interested in. What else do we got here? Gotta be something here. I believe this turns out to be a backgammon game, and ultimately I decided to put that back. So we got a few things to check out in the cart. Well, before we head back to check everything out, we're going to look at this stage 2. Looks like another version of Trivial Pursuit. We put that back, and now we're headed to investigate these items, so I'm not just standing in the aisle with a whole bunch of merchandise. So we find a spot off to the side. We're looking at Kerplunk, and I'm trying to figure out if all the pieces are there. And the instructions don't really tell you, there should be this many sticks and this many marbles. And I just didn't think the value was there ultimately. So this is really going to end up going back in the pile of shame that you're going to see me create here on the right in just a few moments. Next, we have the Forbidden Sky game. We're going to take a peek at that and see if everything is here. I recall looking at the comps on this, and it wasn't a super valuable game, and based upon how things were kind of thrown in the box, I wasn't super confident that it was worth my time to really sit and count every single piece, so we'll add that to the pile of shame. Now we've got a brand new marble parkour set. We're going to do a quick little look up on that bad boy, and the value really wasn't there. So guess where that goes? Yep, pile of shame. And then we look at the Penty game, and I mean, the box was kind of moldy on top, so right to the pile of shame. Now we're going to check out diamonds. We do a quick UPC scan, and nothing shows up. Do a little bit more investigating, and yeah, pile of shame. And we're going to take a look at the last item here, that Fisher Studio Sound AM/FM receiver. Start checking it out, and eventually I take a peek at the wires, and I realize that I don't have any way to connect this or really test it out. So yeah, even though it's not going in the pile of shame, it's gonna go back. So we're loading up all our pile of shame items, and now we take the walk of shame where we have to put everything back because it just doesn't check out. Sometimes that's how it is. If the money's not there, there's no point in gnashing my teeth over something that's not gonna give any sort of cost benefit. So everything goes back, and of course before we leave, gotta take a trip to go see what's happening over at the display cases. And I end up not really seeing anything in the display case, so we end up leaving this Goodwill with really nothing to show. I'd rather leave with nothing than, a pile of stuff that I can't really sell. Okay everyone, that does it for this trip. We found some cool stuff. If you want to purchase anything, there will be a link in the description that will point you right to all the items I have for sale on eBay. If you dig this video, you dig the content, please give a thumbs up. If you want to see when new videos are posting, just go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell. until next time, we'll see ya, and we're going to keep on cranking away at these student loans because you know what? They're not going to pay themselves. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy, y'all.